Hi, my name is Nicole. Welcome to your Exhale Sessions workout for today. I've had some requests from you all for equipment-free workouts and workouts that are based down on the mat, so that is what you're getting today. You don't need any equipment, you just need your mat, and you can have a seat on it, and then meet me in a tabletop position. So find hands and knees just in the center of your working space. Soften in your elbows. As you inhale, let your belly drop and your face lift up. And then as you exhale, round the spine, lower your gaze. Take it one more time, belly drops, gaze lifts up. Exhale, round the spine, gaze lowers. Find your neutral spine. Walk your hands a few inches forward, walk your knees a few inches back so that you're in a modified plank position. Knees are behind the hips, but hips are lifted up. So the primary thing that you want to think about in this position is not allowing your hips to dip so that your lower back arches. You want the lower abs to be engaged and your spine to be nice and neutral. Once you have that, start to find a slow 2-count push-up. Lift up to the top, take the hips back to the heels, and then roll forward. Take it again. Take it down, press up, take the hips back, and then roll forward a few more times, following your own pace, your own breath, as you flow through. Next time the hips are back, pause in that puppy stretch. Take the hips back, deep breath in. Exhale, roll forward to your modified plank. This time, walk your hands in closer so that your thumbs touch. You're creating the W shape with your thumbs and your index fingers. This time we have a tricep push-up. So elbows bend straight back toward your ribs. You press up to the top, take the hips back, and bring it forward. Take it again. Elbows bend straight back, lift to the top, take the hips back. As you take that tricep push-up, really important to keep the shoulders down away from the ears and not to allow the chest to collapse. So keeping a nice open chest as you move. One more time through, and then we'll hold the hips back. Last time, lift, and take the hips back. Maybe rotate your palms up and let your elbows come down. Just maybe rolling out the wrists. Take a few deeper breaths. And we'll come right into a forearm plank. So forearms stay down and then send your hips forward. Again, stacking them in line with your shoulders so that your back is not arched. And just hold on to this forearm plank for a moment. Your forearms make that figure 11 shape. Think about squeezing them in to activate your chest. Take a deep breath here. And then start to dip the hips just to the left. Come center. Dip left, come center. This can be a really small dip, activating that left oblique. We'll open up, left forearm down, right arm lifts up in 4, 3, 2, left forearm down, stacking the right hip on top of the left, reaching that opposite arm up to the sky. You can stay here down on your knee or send both legs out long. Lift the hips up and up, little lift and lift. Shoulder stays down away from the ear. You have 4, 3, 2, hold it at the top, thread the needle. Take that top arm underneath the rib cage and lift it back up. Take it down and lift. Even as the hand comes down, you keep pressing that shoulder down away from the ear. You have 4, 3, hold it at the top, freeze. Hold for 4, 3, come through center. Lower down onto the knees and the forearms, finding that form in your forearm plank again, and then start to dip the hips to the right, lift center, dip right, come center. We'll open up to that forearm plank on the opposite side in 4, 3, 2, find your forearm plank on the opposite side. Either the bottom knee is down or both legs extend long. Pulse the hips up and up, little lift and lift, using those bottom obliques to lift up and up. Hold it at the top, thread the needle. Take it down and reach. Again, take it down and reach up. 2 more. It's lower and lift. Last time down, hold the lift, hold the reach. Freeze for 4, 3, 2, come through center. Forearms and toes this time. Little point and flex. Draw the body 1 inch forward, 1 inch back. Deep breaths here. Maybe shake the head no telling yourself that you can stay in it just a little bit longer than your body wants to. You have 4 child's poses coming in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Knees wide, toes together, send your hips all the way back. Maybe the forehead rests down on the ground. Maybe palms rotate up. You can also stack forearms, rest the forehead down. Just finding a few breaths, a little bit of a reset, a little bit of rest before we get into the next set of work. Take one more breath here, and then find your right forearm, right hip. Left leg goes out long to the side. We have a sideline sweep series here. So heel and hip are in one straight line. Lots of oblique work. Start to sweep the leg forward. 2, 3, 4, flex, press it out. That's your pace. It's nice and slow. Pull it forward, finding your range of motion. So maybe you bring the leg forward so that you create a 90-degree line from your hip to your heel. Maybe it's coming out to a diagonal, and that is your range of motion. Exhale to press it out. In this position, lifting out of the side body, sending that shoulder down. This time, hold it forward. Little lift and lift, pulsing up and up. You have 4, 3. This pulse turns into a circle. That's it. We're finding a pretzel position next. So this knee will bend, we'll sweep it back and lift the chest up to a seated position. In 4, 3, 2, bend the knee to 90, start to sweep the toes back and lift the chest. Hinge forward, fingertips in front of you. From here, tap the back knee and then tap the toes. If this is not for you, come right back down onto the forearm. You can take it from there as well. Otherwise, you have a hinge forward. You can also take a deeper hinge to the side to create more space. Hold that back leg lifted, just pulse up and up, little lift and lift, pulse and pulse. Hold the lift, press the toes back and back, little press and press. Relaxing through the upper body, maybe shaking the head no. Pull the knee into the elbow, pull in and then press back, finding the very back of your range of motion. We'll finish this side just how you started it, tapping the knee and then the toes next time. Last time in, hold it back, tap knee and then toe, tap knee, tap the big toe. Maybe hands come to heart center for a balance challenge. You just have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg forward. Find a butterfly stretch, soles of the feet together, knees out wide, heels slide a little bit farther away from you so that you're focused on stretching out the hips and the corners of your seat, and a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. Hinge forward, maybe round down. Bring the forearms down. Deep breath in. Let it go. One more deep breath. Bring yourself up. Meet me on your opposite forearm. Getting right into the opposite side. Bottom shin parallel to the top of your mat. Lifted leg extends out. Straight line from hip to heel. Really focus on not leaning back, keeping the hips stacked. Sweep forward, 4, 3, 2, flex, press out, 4, 3, 2. Exhale as you draw the leg forward. Using those top obliques and press. Using your breath to guide that entire range of motion. Like you're sweeping your leg across the countertop. This time you sweep forward and hold it there. Find your lift up and up. Little lift, lift. Really lifting out of that bottom rib cage. Turn it into a circle. We'll find our seated pretzel position in 4, 3, 2. Bend this knee to 90 degrees. Sweep the toes back. Maybe lift the chest and tighten your fingers in front of you. Tap knee, tap toe, knee, toe. A little bit of hip mobility work here. Again, you can be down on the forearm. You can come deeper over to the side to create more room for your hip to move here. Hold that entire leg lifted. Just lift up and up. Pulse up and up. Squeezing through your obliques for every lift. Hold the lift and this time press the toes back in, back little press and press. Keeping it really small. Continue to lift your knee to your highest point. hold that press back, draw the knee in, bring it in, sweep back, and back. Pull in, and then take it back. Draw it in, and take it back. Last time, and then your final change. Last time, and hold it back. Tap the knee and then the toe. Tap knee, tap toe, maybe hands to heart center for that balance challenge. Keep pressing the knee back in line with your hip or even behind it. You just have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that butterfly stretch again. Soles of the feet together. Take that hinge forward. Maybe reach the fingertips out. Deep breath in, exhale, round down. Start to make your way up to the top. Lie down on the back next. Come all the way down onto your back. Hands plant beside your hips. Walk your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to let it go. Start to float your knees up to a reverse tabletop position. And think about breathing your rib cage down toward your hip bones. Hold on to that connection to the center of your core and send the right toes down and lift them up. Stay right, lower right, and lift. Lower and lift. Holding that tension in the center of your core as you move. Left foot can always come down to the floor to create more stability here. So if you're feeling tension in your lower back, this is a great modification, putting the foot on the ground. One more time, and then take it over to the left leg. Left leg lowers and lifts. Maybe your knee stops just in front of the hips, and you make that your starting point, staying in that tension. Continuing to breathe through it. One more time after this. Last time down, this time you hold the lift up. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders and press the palms down and down. Just press, press, press. Really powerful press. Press for 4, 3, 2. Hug the knees into your chest. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders lifted. Reach toward your heels and then start to send the legs out long. Legs out, heels in as you bend the knees. Take it out. And maybe start to reach your arms up overhead and then into your toes. Reach and pull. You have 4, 3, 2. Hold the knees into the chest, let the head rest down. Shake it no. Knees stay in toward you. Hold on to the tops of your shins. Deep breath in, exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Find your highest lift and then send your right leg long. Switch left. Pull and pull. Use that pull to gain a little bit of height and keep it as you switch the legs. Start to send both legs long, reaching for the back of your thigh or the back of your calf. Getting a deeper stretch through the hamstring and a little bit more lift of the upper back. You have 4, 3, 2, both knees in, head rest. Take another deep breath and then let it go. Start to plant your feet, float your hips up. We're focusing on hamstrings in this bridge series. If this work does not feel good, bring the heels back in and lower and lift the hips, working in your traditional bridge. Otherwise, walk your feet out as far away from you as you can. You should feel some work shift right away in your hamstrings. In this position, your hips are just barely off the floor. You don't have a lot of room to move. Little tap down, little lift, little drop of the hips, lift, squeeze. Act like you have a ball in between your inner thighs. So you send that energy inward. You're connecting to your inner thighs like you're trying to squeeze the legs together. This time, hold at the top of your lift and just pulse up and up. Your core is still engaged, so still think about breathing your rib cage down. Hold the lift. Flex through the ankles, balls of the feet, lift and lower. Lift, lower. This time, heels lift and lower, heels lift and lower. lift, and lower. Really feeling the hamstrings turn on. We alternate this time. Flex through the ankles, and then lift the heels. So balls of the feet lift up, and then heels float up. You just have 4, 3, 2, feet stay flat. Walk the right foot in, then left. Walk out right, left. Keep the hips lifted. In, out, and out. This time, left foot leads. Walk in, left, right. Walk out left, then right. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it out. Flex through the ankles. Lift the hips up and up. Lift and lift. Hold at the top of the lift. Balls of the feet lower and lift. Take it down and up. Whew. You have 4, 3, 2, feet plant. Walk it in, finding that traditional bridge. This time we march the right knee up, take it down, and then lift left and lower. Take it again, each side lift. Take it down, again, lift up and lower, full range. Hips lower, hips lift. Squeezing the glutes even at the bottom. Quick transition into reverse tabletop in 4, 3, 2, hips come down, knees float up, hands come behind the head, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and just curl up and up. Little curl and curl. Your head presses back into your hands. Elbows are nice and wide. All that tension is in the center of your core and out of your neck. Hold your lift, right toes lower, and lift back up. Same thing, left. Left toes lower, and lift again. Take it down, and lift. One more time, lower, and lift. Full range curl. Take it down to the floor, and lift to the top. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Finding the top of your lift. One more quick 10-second burst, and then we stretch in 4, 3, hold it at the top, just curl up and hold, curl up, hold, and then curl, freeze. Think about adding a tiny bit of height every time you curl, hold, and then curl, freeze. You're out in 4, 3, that's it, last 2, and last one, let it go. Hug the knees into the chest, maybe close the eyes. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take a gentle rock side to side. Slowing down your breath. Roll out the ankles in one direction and then the other. Then start to rock yourself back to front, eventually coming up to a seated position. Send the legs straight out in front of you. Reach your arms out. Take a hinge forward with a neutral spine and then round down, finding your seated forward fold. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, draw your belly a little bit closer, round down. Take it again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round down. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round down. Slowly roll yourself all the way up to the top. Just find a comfortable seated position. We'll take a few final breaths. Hands to the tops of your knees, relax your shoulders. On your inhale, feel your rib cage expand in all directions. On your exhale, feel everything knit back together. Full exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. We'll take one final breath. Inhale, maybe reach out and up. And on your exhale, release it all out to the sides. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. I'll see you back soon.